Picture this, a high-ranking education official stirring up a national storm by weaving religion and conservative politics into the fabric of public schooling. And now he's bowing out to amplify his crusade on a grander stage. It's a story that's got everyone talking, from educators to everyday Americans, about the boundaries of what's acceptable in our classrooms. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this a bold stand for freedom or a slippery slope toward indoctrination? Let's dive in and unpack the details, breaking it down step by step so even newcomers to these debates can follow along easily. Ryan Walters, who has been steering Oklahoma's public schools since 2022, has made headlines across the country for his efforts to infuse religious and right-leaning perspectives into the state's education system. Among his notable actions, he introduced Bibles endorsed by former President Donald Trump into classrooms and mandated the teaching of conspiracy theories surrounding the 2020 election. These moves have drawn sharp criticism from those who argue they blur the lines between education and political agendas, potentially alienating students from diverse backgrounds. For beginners wondering why this matters, think of it like this. Public schools are meant to be neutral spaces where kids learn facts and critical thinking skills, not battlegrounds for partisan viewpoints. Yet Walters sees it differently, framing his approach as a way to foster moral citizens. Now, Walters is stepping down from his role to take the helm at the Teacher Freedom Alliance, TFA, a conservative nonprofit dedicated to empowering educators to shape free, moral, and upright American citizens. Their website proudly announces Walters as their new leader, positioning him as a warrior against what they call the woke liberal union mob. In their words, TFA aims to take the fight straight to the unions and create a movement rooted in freedom and common sense, not bullying and intimidation. This rhetoric paints a picture of unions as oppressive forces stifling teacher independence. But critics might counter that unions protect educators' rights and ensure fair working conditions. It's a classic clash. One side views unions as gatekeepers of progressive agendas, while the other sees them as vital safeguards against exploitation. Walters made his announcement during a Fox News appearance on Wednesday evening, hyping it up on X, formerly Twitter, with a provocative post. Liberals' worst nightmare is about to become true. On air, he declared his mission to destroy the teachers' unions and build an army of teachers to defeat the teachers' unions once and for all. He envisioned scaling up the battles he waged in Oklahoma to a nationwide effort, turning local skirmishes into a full-blown movement. This is the part most people miss. Walters isn't just talking big. He's backed by a track record of over 400 national media spots in the last 2 years, where he's championed a Christian nationalist vision for education. This includes outright rejecting the separation of church and state, a cornerstone of American democracy that keeps religious teachings out of government-run institutions, and embedding Christian values into school governance. His tenure in Oklahoma has been marked by repeated pushes to integrate Christianity into public education. For instance, he once attempted to mandate that schools play a video of him praying, which raised eyebrows about whether this crosses into promoting a specific faith. He also championed the establishment of the country's first Catholic public charter school, blending public funding with religious instruction in a way that some see as innovative for choice, while others worry it undermines secular education. Just this week, he advocated for chapters of Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA, a conservative youth organization known for its activism against woke ideologies, to be set up in every Oklahoma school. This could mean more debates on topics like critical race theory or gender identity, potentially polarizing classrooms further. Beyond religion, Walters has clashed with teachers, accusing them of promoting woke indoctrination in schools. To counter this, he proposed requiring educators relocating from liberal states to obtain an America First certification, ensuring they align with patriotic, conservative values. Imagine a teacher from California wanting to move to Oklahoma. Under this plan, they'd need to prove their commitment to a specific worldview before stepping into the classroom. He's also appointed prominent right-wing figures, such as the activist behind Libs of TikTok, a platform that often highlights progressive content critically, and the head of the Heritage Foundation, a think tank pushing conservative policies to state education committees. These influencers have even backed Walters for a potential role as U.S. Education Secretary under a Trump administration, amplifying his influence. As we wrap this up, it's clear Walters' story isn't just about one man's career shift. It's a microcosm of broader tensions in American education. Do you believe religion and politics should influence what kids learn in public schools? Or should classrooms remain neutral zones for facts and open inquiry? Is fighting teachers' unions a path to freedom, or does it risk undermining educators' voices? And what about that America First certification? Could it foster unity? Or does it smack of exclusion? Share your take in the comments. I'd love to hear agreements, disagreements, or even counterpoints. After all, education shapes our future. Let's discuss how we want it done.